Good morning, everyone, and welcome, and good morning and happy Thanksgiving to everyone from the Beaudry Field at the campus of Drake High School. As the Drake High School middies welcome the, the Methuen Rangers. Both teams come into this with records that they're not really proud of, but then this is Thanksgiving, and everything's on the table for these seniors. Now, this is a very special time for the seniors of this team because this is almost a rite of passage for these young men, as they won't. This is the last time they'll be looking at their friends in the huddle. This is the last time most of them will be playing a football game, and these kids have been playing together. I would believe, from some parts, over 10 years, from Pop Warner all the way through high school. So, again, this is a very big day for both teams. As you win on Thanksgiving, the winter it seems to go a lot better. Drake is absolutely desperate for a win right now. But they've steadily improved over the course of the season. I have noticed from a coaching aspect how disciplined this team is, and they're together, and there's no finger pointing or anything along those lines. So now we're coming to the center of the field for the coin toss. Captains for the Drake High School is number 18, Stephen Lopez, number 21, Danny O'Connell, number 2, Justin Gauthier, number 76, Brendan Willett, and number 25, Kyle Maxim. Captains for the Methuen Rangers are number 7, Kendrick Denos, number 22, Brian McAndrew, number 44, Nick Ramirez, and number 76, Chris Saber. As the referee shows in the coin that they're going to flip, and Methuen will call the toss. The officials are going over what they expect of the type of game that's going to be played today. What we want is a clean, hard-hitting game. I think that on Thanksgiving, and the coin, it looks like Drake has won the toss. But on Thanksgiving, with really nothing for league standings or playoffs on the line, Drake has deferred, so they will receive the ball in the second half.
Drake won the toss, and they defer to the second half.
So they will be kicking from right to left on your TV. And let's get ready for some gridiron action on this Thanksgiving morning in Drake. These teams have played, I'm trying to do the math now, 52 times for 52 years, with Drake with 26 wins, Methuen 23 wins, and there have been 3 ties. So this is a very close series. They're neighboring towns, and they've been doing this for a while.
Methuen 23 wins with 3 ties.
Now the special teams coaches will give their final instructions to the kickoff team. As now we get ready for the Drake High Band under the direction of Zach Cooper for the national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and remove your caps and join us for a moment of silence. This past week, Methuen Superintendent of Schools Judy Scannell's father passed away. We'd like to take a moment of silence to remember him for his family today. Thank you. And please remain standing for the presentation of today's national anthem by your 2015 Drake High School Marching Band.
well done by the Draken High School marching band. As now we get ready for football action. As I said previous to the national anthem, the special team coaches are going through their instructions to the kickoff team. Now Drake has been squibbing the ball lately instead of trying to kick deep, and they've had some pretty good success recovering some football. So we'll see if they come out and they try this today. Kicking off for Drake it will be number 9, Dimitri Vieira. As he places the ball down on the tee on the 40-yard line, as you might recognize from the difference between professional and college and high school. The professionals kick from the 35. The high school kicks from the 40. No, the professionals kick from the 30. High schools kick from the college kick from the 35. High school kick from the 40 still. So here we go. Vieira is all set. And the kick is away. And the kick bounces at about the 20-yard line. It's picked up by number 9, Peter Kawaki. Kawaki brings the ball up to the 25-yard line.
Brought out to about the 25. Methuen will take over, 1st and 10.
Well, Methuen will take over 1st and 10 from their own 25. Methuen comes out in a kind of a power set with Denos and shotgun. The ball is handed off. To number, let me see that. To number 22, Captain Brian McAndrews. McAndrews gets it out over the 35-yard line for a Methuen 1st down. Denos under in shotgun. Snap, inside handoff to McAndrew. McAndrew is stacked up by the Drake defense for a gain of about 5 yards, or 6 out to the 42-yard line.
Number 22, taken down by a couple mini tacklers. Brings up 2nd down.
Tackled primarily by number 57. Denos in shotgun. Keeps it himself over the left side in the zone read, and he is stacked up on defense by number 1, Zach Burgoyne, leading the charge for the Drake Middies, bringing up a 3rd and about 3 yards.
Zach Burgoyne. It'll bring up 3rd down for the Rangers.
So we have a 3rd and 2. Be nice if Drake could get off the field now and stop them with just 1 1st down. So Methuen is basically looking like they're in a power set with an offset backs right and left, one close to the line, looks like a lead blocker, and he is in the handoff as McAndrews over the left side, and he gets a 1st down. Going over midfield down to the Drake High 48-yard line.
17, Jacob Enright.
Tackled by number 17, Enright.
Methuen, 1st down.
Methuen has come out and tried to run the ball. This is as close to a power set as you get into a spread formation, folks, with a lead blocker and a tailback. Offset left is McAndrews. Denos takes it, hands off to McAndrew over the left side. He breaks it into the secondary, and he's being chased by Kyle Maxim and brought down at the Drake at 12-yard line.
Chased down by number 25, Kyle Maxim, but not after Methuen, 1st down.
And here's a replay, folks. As Maxim broke it off the left side, there was nice blocking on that side, broke it into the secondary and showed us a little bit of breakaway speed. Now as we get back to live action, Denos under center. Keeps it himself in his own read, breaks it over the left, and he goes in for a Methuen touchdown.
Keeper by number 7 runs it in for a Methuen touchdown.
And as we have a replay on that, Denos breaks it, saw a hole, broke it up, and with some good downfield blocking, ran it in for the touchdown. So Methuen with 8 minutes and 56 seconds left in the first quarter, takes a 6-0 lead pending the extra point. Kicking from Methuen is number 16, Mark LaSalle. Ball snap, kick is up, and the kick is good.
And it's good.
So as we head upfield,
And your score with 8 minutes and 56 seconds remaining in the first quarter, Methuen 7.
so with the score with 8:56 left in the first quarter, Methuen 7, Drake 0. So let's see what Drake has on offense this time, folks. And we'll call the players when they get in what position they're in. But I believe the quarterback, they will open the game with Thomas Crowley at quarterback. I'm not sure who the running backs will be today. But back deep for Drake is number 30, Zach Lackmany, and number 31, David Chase. Again, kicking off for Methuen is number 15, Jordan Perdomo. And the kick is off to the left. And it's fallen on at the 25-yard line by Zach Burgoyne. That's good. That was almost like a squib kick. Burgoyne made a nice play and didn't mess with that ball bouncing on the ground. So out comes Drake High School on offense. It looks like we have an addition to the Drake High offense. Coming back from injury is number 4, Derek Terrio, and I believe he'll be playing wide receiver. And there's a change in the offense, a little change. Crowley comes out. In shotgun. Snap. Hands the ball off. To number 31, David Choate for a gain of about 1 yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9 for Drake. Crowley in shotgun. Hands the ball to Choate again over the left side, and he is stacked up for about a 1 yard gain. So it'll be 3rd down and 8 for Drake.
Short gain on the play. 3rd down for the Middies.
Again, 3rd and 8 for the Middies. Drake has come out in their own version of a power set, as you can in this spread formation. Snap to Crowley. Quick outside screen. Complete to number 4. No, excuse me. Complete to number 6, Michael Odiana.
For a short gain.
About a 3-yard gain, and Drake will have a 4th down and 4 to go. And they will punt away. Punting for Drake will be number 17, Jacob Enright. And as we have a replay on that play, it's called like a slip screen. The right linemen go out to the right. The Odiana picks the ball up and cuts back to the inside. As good defense as from Methuen as they want to force the ball in. Kicked away by Enright and allowed to bounce and roll down to the 22-yard line.
By number 17, Jacob Enright. Down by the Middies. Methuen will take over.
That's a situation as a special teams coach. You want the person back there catching the ball, not allowing it to roll. But I think it was a little impossible. It was a low kick, and it was spinning and rolling, and the Methuen return man just stayed away from that. So as Methuen comes out, we have Denos at quarterback, and in the backfield is number 22, McAndrew, and number 33, Travis Manick. The ball is given on the end around to number 11, Eric Rosario, and Rosario breaks it for a 1st down. And he gets the ball out to the Drake to the Methuen 34-yard line. Tackled by number 17 by Jacob Enright. Enright made a nice play as he stayed home on that. His job is to make sure the ball's not coming back around at him. as you're the last guy on the edge. Nice play by Enright. So Denos goes in shotgun. McAndrew to his right. Gives to McAndrew over the left side, and he is hit and tackled by number 4, Derek Terrio. Excuse me. I should know that name. I'm actually friends with his parents. Derek made a nice play.
That'll bring up second down for the Rangers.
So now we have a 2nd and 8. It seems like Methuen is now on their running plays are getting to the second level. Drake's defensive line has got to get a little more stout up there and start stopping these things a little quicker. Again, the handoff is to McAndrew over the right, and he breaks it over the left side. Excuse me, over to the left, and he goes out of bounds.
Number 22, Brian McAndrew.
But there's a penalty on the play.
But there's a flag on the play.
Usually in this situation, could be a hold on Methuen. That's what I'm guessing.
Holding on the offense.
So that'll be 10 yards from the spot of the foul, and they'll have a second down and about 11 yards to go. But I guess the offensive hold allowed McAndrew to get the corner on
Back
that.
him up and we'll repeat second down.
So again, Denos calls out the plays, goes into shotgun. McAndrew to his right. Snap. Hands to McAndrews. Now he goes to his right and cuts it back to his right for a 2-yard gain. And now Drake is at the advantage on this defensive series.
That'll bring up third down for Methuen.
Making the tackle on that play was number 8, Troy Zwicker. So now we have like a 3rd and 8.5, 3rd and 9 for Methuen. We may see them throw the ball for the first time today. Denos again is in shotgun with McAndrew offset right. Denos back to pass, fires the ball downfield, and it's complete to number 23, Kevin Denos, and Denos goes in for a touchdown.
Complete to number 23, Kevin Denos, for the touchdown.
Okay, here we go. Denos fakes the ball on the line, holds the linebackers, throws the ball deep. Denos gets behind the Drake at defense and runs it in for a touchdown. Very nice play by Methuen. So at the score, with 5:05 left in the first quarter, Methuen is leading 13-0, pending the extra point by number 15, Jordan Perdomo.
The extra point is up, and it's good.
Perdomo kicks it through the uprights.
And your score here with 5 minutes and 5
So
seconds
now,
remaining in
as
the
the
first
teams
quarter.
come upfield, the score with 5:05 left in the first quarter is Methuen 14,
Drake it, 0.
Drake it 0. Well, folks, Drake needs to try to do something on offense here. They've got to have a defensive stand next time Methuen gets the ball. They just have to come out and play a little harder. Back deep for Drake it will be to receive the kick is number 30, Zach Lackmany, and number 31, David Choate. Ball is kicked. David Choate with the ball. Breaks it up the middle. And he's spun down by number 11, Eric Rosario, after a 30 to 40 yard return. And here we have a replay. The ball goes to Choate. He breaks it up the middle. A missed tackle in the middle of the field allowed him to break it up. There was good blocking through the middle of the Drake at the return team. And this has been one of Drake's offensive weapons this season, folks. They have consistently ran the ball very well on kickoffs. So out comes the Drake at offense with Crowley and Pistol. Pitcher number 4, Derek Terrio, and he gets about 2 yards out to close to midfield. Looks like they're spotted at the 49-yard line, Drackett's own 49-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 10 for Drackett. Drackett goes in pistol. Snap, Crowley back to pass, fires over to the left, is complete.
Crowley's pass complete to number 25, Kyle Maxim.
Complete to number 25, Kyle Maxim. And so now Drackett has a short 3rd down, the 3rd and 2.
Will bring up 3rd down.
I believe they could be in 4-down territory here, folks, as the ball is over midfield. Crowley again in shotgun. Snap back to pass. Rolls to his right, flushed out of the pocket, fires downfield. Incomplete. Nice effort on both sides by Terrio and Crowley. So we have a 4th down. Drake again is staying out on the field as I imagined.
And that'll be a 4th down for the Middies.
So that'll be a 4th down. Now it'll be a 4th down and 3 for Drackett. Crowley and pistol, back to pass. Fires down the middle, and it is incomplete, intended for Odiana at about the 20-yard line. And he was able to hook up on that. There would have been 6 points for Drackett. So now Drackett turns the ball over on downs, and Methuen takes over on their own 45-yard line. Snap to number 9, Peter Kawake, and he gets a short gain down to his own 49-yard line. So it'll be a 2nd and down and about 7. That was an odd formation. Now we're approaching 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Denos calling signals. Back in shotgun with McAndrew to his right. Ball's handed off, coming across to number 23, Kevin Denos, his brother. Denos goes up the right sidelines and he steps out of bounds. Folks, I'm assuming they're brothers. They're built alike, they run alike, and here comes the replay. Denos takes it with 2 lead blockers coming around the end, comes up to Drackett's sideline, and he steps out of bounds at his Drackett's 38-yard line, where Methuen is in business with a 1st down and 10. Folks, as you imagine, as you notice, we have implemented instant replay here in our first time. And we're trying to get the kinks up, but the guys in the truck are doing a great job. Get to McAndrew on the left, and he spins out of a tackle, and he wheels it for a 9-yard gain down to the Drackett 29-yard line.
Run up the middle by number 22. Stopped after a gain of 8. It'll bring up 2nd down for the Rangers.
Denos in shotgun with a second and 1. Over the right side goes McAndrew, and he gets stacked up by number 1, Zach Burgoyne.
Taken down by number 4, Derek Terrio, and number 1, Zach Burgoyne.
Burgoyne and Terrio on the tackle.
That'll bring up 3rd down for the Rangers.
So it's 3rd and short for Methuen. Now we're down to 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Denos in shotgun. McAndrew to his right. Gives McAndrews over the left, and he gets a 1st down. And now he's into the 2nd level in the secondary, and he brings all the way down to the Drackett 14-yard line.
Up the middle to number 22, taken down
tackle
by number 24, Nick Carter.
Taken down by number 24, Nick Carter.
Enough for another Methuen 1st down.
And here comes a replay. The ball's handled to MacArthur. As you can see, he has got lead blockers, and they got him into the. He was untouched going into the Drake High School secondary. Methuen's been doing all this on the ground. They've thrown one ball today. Denoson shotgun, snap, hands it over to MacArthur on his right. I mean McAndrew, excuse me, and he is taken down at the for no gain at the Drake at 14-yard line.
It'll be second down for Methuen.
So we have a second down and 9 from Methuen at the Drake at 13-yard line. The play is being sent in with under a minute to go in the first quarter. Deno's calling signals. He's got McAndrew to his right. Rosario split left. Back to passes. Deno's throws the ball over to the right and is incomplete as the Methuen was trying to set up a screen pass there.
Pass incomplete, and that'll bring up third down.
And the screen pass was to number 11, Eric Rosario. So now we have a third down and 9 yards to go. Denoson shotgun. In motion is Denois, his brother. And an inside screen to McAndrew, and McAndrew goes a 5-4 into the left-hand corner of the end zone for a touchdown. Drake has sent an all-out blitz, and Methuen doubled up with another screen pass. And here we have another replay, folks. As you can see, Denois is going back. Drake and High defensive line flies in there, and McAndrew gets to the second level and puts it into the end zone for with another Methuen touchdown with 20 seconds left in the first quarter. Pending this kick, and the snap ball down kick is up, and the kick is good.
The extra point is up, and it's good.
So with 20 seconds left in the first quarter, Methuen leads Drake at 21-0. 21-0.
Methuen 21, Drake it 0.
So, folks, as we come upfield, Methuen will be kicking the ball off for the 4th time today. And let's hope here we can get another good return from Drake and get into a decent field position and have an offensive drive. Denois has 2 touchdown passes today, although the majority of the Methuen offense has been number 22. Brian McAndrew, who has a touchdown, and I would fair to say he's probably over 100 yards rushing right now. Ball is kicked, taken by number 30. Lackmanny gets it out to
return by number 30,
his own 30-yard line.
To the 29, Drake will take over, 1st and 10.
So Drake takes the ball over 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line. I was looking at the reporter from the Eagle Tribune asking him, because I can't keep stats while I'm doing this. McAndrew has 91 yards rushing in the first quarter alone. So that alone will lead to bad things for Drake at High School. Crowley is out in shotgun. Back to pass, looking downfield, plenty of time. Now he rolls to his right. That was steps out of bounds with about a 5-yard gain with a tremendous block from Derek Terrio. And here it is. As you see, Crowley couldn't find anybody open downfield, so he goes to his right. Now he's running. He's kind of running to get to the sideline. In comes Terrio, who levels the linebacker from Methuen. We could hear that hit all the way up here. Well, what a hit. That's what you play. You know, you keep playing football, folks. You don't look at the scoreboard. You keep playing football. And Terrio did it right there. So Crowley goes in motion and going over to his right. Looks like he set up an option. He's keeping it. And he pitches to number 1, Zach Burgoyne. And Drake gets the first down.
Crowley with the pitch to number 1, Zach Burgoyne. Enough for a Drake. First down.
And that should be the end of the first quarter, folks. With the score, Methuen 21 and Drake 0. Folks, that was one of the best hits of the year we just saw there, with Terrio on that cracking back and getting that linebacker, allowing Crowley to be untouched and get out of bounds. That sets a tone, and Drake comes back and they run a first down. Those things give a team some confidence, give them some momentum. Let's see if Drake can capitalize now.
In the first quarter here at Beaudry Field, your score after 1, Methuen 21, Drake 0.
Now, folks, I've done all the home games this year. We haven't traveled on the road yet. Hopefully, we're going to try to do that next year. But that was the best hit I've seen in an open field in a long time. And Terrio is coming off an injury and had an accident in the weight room, I believe. But now looks like he's in full health, because he just pancaked that Methuen linebacker. So now Drake at 1st and 10 from their own 43-yard line. And Pistols Crowley pitch over to the right to Burgoyne. Burgoyne takes it, cuts it upfield, and he pushes the ball for a first down on the Methuen 39-yard line. Again, Burgoyne made a beautiful run, broke some tackles, and out there leading the blocking was Terrio. And here comes a replay as he takes it wide. He makes the first man miss, coming upfield, and there's Terrio on number 11, opens up a little seam, and Burgoyne flies right through it. So Drake now has 2 consecutive first downs, and yes, folks, they probably are driving the football right now. Back to passes Crowley. Fires downfield, and it is incomplete. Tipped at the last minute by McAndrew, who made a nice play. Because Maxim was open, and he was moving. A nice play by McAndrew. McAndrew playing outside linebacker, drew up into his zone, and tipped the ball away. Crowley's in shotgun. Back to pass. Breaks it out to his right and is taken down after a 2-yard gain by number 9, Peter Kawaki. And I apologize to the family if I didn't get the name right. But I believe this may be going to also to Methuen's public access TV. Crowley is in shotgun, snap, looking downfield. Under rush, breaks it out to his left, has a lot of field open, and he gets a first down, and he goes out of bounds at the Methuen 22-yard line.
Steps out of bounds, but not after another Drake. First down.
As Drake is moving the chains here, folks. It seems like that hit by Terrio set up this whole offensive series, because Drake has got far more aggressive. Crowley in shotgun. Hands the ball off to Burgoyne, and he is stacked up for about a 2-yard loss. Back to the 25-yard line.
And to number 1, Zach Burgoyne. Stop for a short loss. That'll bring up second down for the Middies.
So now Drake will have 2nd and 12 from the Methuen 25-yard line. Crowley back to pass. Looks downfield again, breaks to his right. Another block coming upfield, fires to the end zone. It's incomplete, and it looks like we may have an interference call in the end zone, folks.
Number 6, Michael Odiati, incomplete.
Looks like Odiati was
flag on the play.
Odiana was interfered with on that play, and let's see what the officials call. And here comes a replay. Crowley back to pass, flushed out of the pocket, breaks over to his right.
On the defense.
As he fires downfield, and there's definitely contact before the ball got there. And that'll be marked off as a 15-yard penalty down to, should be giving Drake at maybe half the distance of the goal, down to the 10-yard line. So it'll be first and goal. Drake it. Let's see where they spot the ball. No, it'll be first and 10, Drake it on the 12-yard line. They went half the distance of the goal. It'll be the 12.5-yard line. So it'll be first and 10, Drake it at the 12-yard line of Methuen. No, it'll be first and goal from the 10-yard line for Drake it. So Drake it comes out split right, 3 receivers to the right side. Crowley back to pass. Looks down the middle, fires for Terrio in the end zone, and rests off his fingertips.
Crowley's pass over the middle, incomplete. Intended for number 4, Derek Terrio.
And here's another replay here, folks.
Bring up second down for the Minis.
As Crowley fires into the end zone over the outstretched hand of Terrio, who was open for a moment. So now we have a second and goal from the 10-yard line. Crowley looking at to get the play. Timeout, Draken. Now that Draken's down here, folks, they really want to make sure that they get something out of this drive. So the coaches are careful. They have 5 timeouts per half. So you might as well use one. So Draken is discussing their options with their quarterback. This is a longer timeout than normal. Well, let's see what they're going to do. If they can get a nice 5-6 yard gain, so they're not going 3rd and 10, 4th and 10 from the 10-yard line, which makes it very difficult. So Crowley's in pistol, back to pass, fakes pitch to his right, fires to the end zone, and it's incomplete. Again, intended for Terrio.
Pass, incomplete. Intended for number 4, Derek Terrio. That'll bring up 3rd down.
Now we have a 3rd and 10 here. Now if Drake is going to be going for it on 4th down, they may want to just maybe see if they can catch Methuen and run maybe a quick trap or something like that to get a nice 5-yard gain or something, just to make a 4th down not impossible. So let's see what they send in. Crowley's coming in, the Drake is huddling, which is a good thing, so everybody's on the same page. Crowley's in shotgun. We're going to offset left. Back to pass. There's Crowley going to his right, being chased. And he is out of bounds taking a loss at about the 16-yard line.
Crowley knocked out of bounds.
That's just a matter of inexperience, folks.
And that'll bring up 4th down for the
Crowley
lead.
was out of the pocket. He could have thrown the ball away. And it had a 4th and 10, not a 4th and 15 from their own 15-yard line. Drake is going to go for it. Methuen will be lined up across the goal line in I would believe, a zone defense. I think they'll be rushing 4 and be in zone the rest of the way. So we have an illegal procedure on Drake, so that'll make it fourth down from the 20-yard line. Let's see what Drake has up what Drake has here. So we have Crowley in shotgun. And there's a penalty. There's an interference call on Methuen as Terrio was hit before the ball was getting there. So we'll see a replay here, folks. As Crowley flies a slant to Terrio, and as you can see, number 7 Denos was on the back of Derek Terrio, which meant a first down for Draco, which will be half the distance of the goal. Oh, we're down to the, marked off all the way to the 5-yard line. So now Drake at first and goal from the 5-yard line, but going is offset left. Crowley snap. Oh, and he takes the sack.
Crowley drops back to pass, and he's sacked.
Odiana was wide open in the end zone, folks, and Crowley just couldn't get it there to him as the rush from Methuen just closed in on him. So now we have that was a loss of roughly 10 yards back to the 15 with second and goal from the 15. Crowley in shotgun. Rolls to his right. Fires incomplete.
Crowley's pass incomplete, intended for number 30, Zach Lackmany.
So now we have a 3rd and 15, 3rd and goal from the 15-yard line for Drake. Seems to be they're hitting a little bit on those slant patterns as the Methuen defensive backs have been called twice for interference on that same type of pattern. Give up front is to Burgoyne. Zach Burgoyne breaks the tackle, cuts it up, and he's down to the 8-yard line. I'm looking for flags, folks. It looks like Methuen jumped, but no, we don't have a flag.
And that'll bring up 4th and goal.
And here comes a replay. And the Burgoyne, definitely they jumped. Number 9 was already in the backfield. Burgoyne cuts it up for a nice 7-yard gain. So now it's 4th and 7. Back to passes Crowley. Fires to the right, and it's incomplete.
Crowley's pass incomplete. Intended for number 30, Zach Lackmany.
And that was intended for Lackmany. So now we have the turnover downs Drake down to the 15-yard line. So the ball is turned over to Methuen with 7 minutes and 18 seconds left in the first quarter. And the score is still Methuen 21 and Drake nothing.
And Methuen will take over 1st and 10.
As Methuen takes over, 1st and 10 from their own 8-yard line, deep in their own territory. Denos in shotgun. Back to pass, fires downfield for number 4. Michael Brodenrader. Brodenrader has a first down and a completion, juggled the ball but brought it in.
Number 4 taken down, but not after a Methuen. First down.
So Methuen first down, and here is a replay on that play. As Denos goes back to pass, fires over to his right. A nice grab made by so Methuen has the ball. Denos is in shotgun. Inside handoff to McAndrews, and he gets a first down and gets out all the way to the 39-yard line.
Number 22, Brian McAndrews.
Tackled by number 24, Nick Carter. Nick Carter took a little bit of punishment on that as McAndrews was a big kid.
Enough for another Methuen. First down.
McAndrews, a senior, 5'10", 190 pounds. Looks a little bigger than that, folks. And he kind of laid the lumber onto Carter, but Carter stayed tough and brought him to the ground. Denos in shotgun. Snap, handoff to number 23. Kevin Denos.
The number 23 taken down by number 1, Zach Burgoyne.
Burgoyne makes the tackle, although the flag on the play. Looks like we're going to have a holding call against Methuen. And here comes a replay. Denos takes the handoff on the jet sweep. And 22, that was McAndrews held number 7. Ty Mayo, allowing Denoise to get the corner. So how we go back 10 yards, and we'll have a first down and 20 from Methuen, back at their own 29-yard line. Good opportunity for Draken to shut them down and get back out on offense.
And we will replay first down.
So it's first and 20 from their own 29 from Methuen. Inside handoff to McAndrew, and he is taken down by number 2, Justin Gauthier.
Taken down by
after a gain of around 4 yards. So now we have a second and
long
so
for the Rangers.
So second and 16 from the Methuen 32, and here's a replay on that as they handed the ball off to McAndrew, and he is taken down with a nice tackle and a fumble. But the Methuen got the ball back. Denos, and looks like we have a illegal movement on
flag before the snap
on Methuen as they march back 5 yards. So false start, illegal procedure.
That'll back him up and it'll remain second down.
Now it becomes second down and 21 yards to go. Denos is in shotgun. Takes the snap, looking downfield. Throws the ball down for number 4, and it is complete to number 4, Michael Broadenrader, for a long gain down to the Drake at 34-yard line.
First down.
And here comes the replay, folks. No, it looks like we're not having a replay. So Denos is in shotgun. McAndrews takes the ball over the right side, breaks into the Drake secondary, and kind of bulls his way all the way down to the Drake 19-yard line.
And off to number 22, Brian McAndrews. Gains enough for Methuen, first down.
And here's a preview play on that throw down the field to number 4, Brockenrader. The ball, Brockenrader got a step on number 17, Enright, and made a beautiful catch. The ball was laid up there nice by Denos. Denos has a nice touch on a longer ball where he throws it up there and he allows his receiver to kind of run under it. So we have a timeout on the field now with 4 minutes and 13 seconds left in the first half, with Methuen with a 21-0 halftime lead. The 21-0 second quarter lead. So Methuen comes up in a formation, almost a power formation, where they're going to either run the ball right or they'll counter trap back left. They throw it back to the left side to captain number 44. I'll get his name, folks, when you thumb through.
Number 44 taken down.
Nick Ramirez.
And that'll bring up
And that is another Methuen first down to the Drake at 9-yard
First
line.
and goal for the Rangers.
It looks like their formation, they were going to try some misdirection. I thought they were going to come back the other way with McAndrew, but they ran it with number 44, who's a tight end, Ramirez. So now Methuen is back in shotgun. Snap the nose, hands over to McAndrew, and he's going over the right side and into the pylon and in for the touchdown.
And off to number 22, Brian McAndrews.
McAndrew goes in for the touchdown.
Another Methuen touchdown.
And here comes a replay as McAndrew goes over the left side. There's good blocking. McAndrew makes one guy miss, and he dives for the pylon. Once he touches the pylon with the ball without his knee going down, folks, that's a touchdown. You break the plane of the goal line. In to attempt the extra point is number 15, Jordan Perdomo. Jordan lines it up. Ball snap, kick down, kick is up, and the kick is good.
And it's good.
So with 3 minutes and 33 seconds left in the first half,
remaining in the second quarter,
is Methuen 28 and Drake at 0. So let's see what Drake can do in the last 3 minutes of the first half. They had a very good offensive series, getting a first and goal at the Methuen 5-yard line before the drive stalled. We'll see what the return men can do, which have been very proficient all season. Number 30, Zach Lackmany, and number 31, David Choate. So to kick off for Methuen is Perdomo. Perdomo approaches the ball. Kick is away. Kick is spinning. Picked up by number 30, Lackmany. And he goes over the right side, and he is brought down at the 29-yard line.
By number 30, Zach Lackmany. And Drake will take over. First and 10.
Drake takes over first and 10 in their own 29-yard line. In offense, Drake kept by Crowley over to the left side, avoids some Methuen tacklers and gets a nice little 3-4 yard gain out of nothing. So now Drake has a second down and 7 yards to go.
For the middies.
Okay, Drake is in the same formation. Methuen is spread out all across the line. Crowley keeps it again, goes over the left side, and there's a penalty marker down on Drake, and it looks like it's going to be a block on the back.
Crowley with the keeper taken down, but there's a flag on the play.
So Crowley is taken down after a no gain on the play. So we'll see if Methuen accepts this penalty. They looks like they're going to refuse the penalty. I'm watching the coach say they're going to refuse the penalty. So it's going to be a third down and 8 for Drake from their own 32-yard line.
Penalty is declined. It'll bring up third down for the middies.
Yeah, I thought they'd do that. I think that the down is more important than the yards right now to Methuen because they want to get the ball back, maybe punch another one in before halftime, as we have about approaching 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first half. So Crowley under center, Drake in their usual formation, and the ball is incomplete. And now we have a penalty on Methuen.
Incomplete intended for number 6, Michael Odiana. But there's a flag on the play.
It looks like there's a this could be a personal foul for unnecessary roughness. As he came in leading with, it looks like he came in leading with his head. I'll give you a replay on
that. Personal foul on the defense.
That's what it looked like. And here we come to the replay, folks.
First down.
We'll get a replay on that for you, folks, because I'd like to see how that. It looks like there was the defensive back number 2 for Methuen, which is Eduardo Guzman, led with his head on that play. So now Draken has a first down, almost close out close to midfield at their own 47. Back to pass, little slip screen to the right. The pass is complete to number 30, Lackmany, but he is taken down by number 4, Bodenrader. Bodenrader read that and came flying up and almost got there at the same time the ball did. It looks like Methuen's playing Draken for those slip screens, and they're going to be very careful in throwing those out there because that could go back the other way very quickly. So now we have a second and actually lost 2 yards, 2nd and 12. Back to pass is Crowley, looking downfield, fires off to his left, and it is incomplete.
Crowley pass intended for number 30, Zach Lackmany, incomplete. And that'll bring up third down for the Middies.
So we have a third down and 13 for the Middies. And here comes the replay. This is back on that other play when he fires off to the right, and no, that was the replay on the incomplete pass. Back to pass with Crowley, looking downfield, fires out in the middle, and it is incomplete. It was tipped by number 4, Bodenrader, who made a nice play on that play.
Number 4, Derek Terrio, incomplete. And that'll bring up fourth down for the Middies.
So it looks like the Methuen defensive backs are reading the eyes of the quarterback very well. Because if he's staring his guys down, so what's going to happen is those defensive backs are going to break on the ball very quickly. So what I think Crowley needs to do is start looking guys off and going someplace else because it looks like they're reading him pretty well. Enright kicking, and he booms it out of there. And the ball bounces at the 22-yard line, which is now
number 17, Jacob Enright.
Which is touchdown
Down for no gain.
by number 2, Gauthier.
First and 10.
So Methuen, with 1:25 left in the first half, will have the ball at their own 22-yard line. Don't take this as a criticism of Crowley, folks. I just think these are all things that he's going to learn from. He's a junior. He'll be back next year. And all these things will put in his memory banks of what defenses has done to him his first year starting as a varsity player. And he'll come back a far more wise football player next year. So back to passes. And also a little slip screen number 4. Bodenrader breaks it out in the open, and he is taken out of bounds by number 24, Carter, after a long pickup at the 46-yard line of Draken.
Game is enough for another Methuen. First down.
And so Methuen has another first down. Now we have 1:14 left in the first half. Denoson shotgun. And keeps it off to his right and is taken down in the backfield by number 23, Kyle Humphrey.
By number 23, Kyle Humphrey.
Humphrey made a nice play, didn't bite on that handoff, and took the quarterback down, setting up a second down and almost 20 from the back to their own 45-yard line. So Draken should really get into a nice little umbrella here, knowing that the Methuen will want to get the ball downfield. They may end up just running out the half here with a 2nd and 20. "30-second timeout call by Methuen.
Timeout called by the offense. Coming back from the timeout, Methuen will take over. Second down, 23.
So now Methuen comes off his 30-second timeout and has a second down and 19 from his own 45. And we'll see what they do here. They're lining up, they're stacking receivers to the right side, which allows him to get a free release off the line of scrimmage. Back to pass to Denos. He's looking downfield, and he fires downfield, and open is number 23, Kevin Denos.
To number 23, Kevin Denos. Enough for Methuen, first down.
And here comes a replay on that, folks. Nope. As you can see, Denos gets behind the Drake secondary. Denos back to pass, looking downfield, throws an inside screen to McAndrew. McAndrew is tripped up and tackled
Pass complete to number 22.
by number
Taken
7,
down by number 7, Ty Maho.
Kamaho, and a help on that play was number 53,
And the timeout is called by the
Richie
offense.
Glenn. Richie actually tripped him
With
up,
16
and
seconds remaining in the
Mayo
first half.
finished him off. So we have 16 seconds left of the first
Methuen
half.
ball.
The situation is
First and
Methuen
10.
has a first and 10 from the Drake at 12-yard
From the
line.
13.
That inside screen has hurt Drake at the whole game, where they get a free release of the secondary with blockers. The inside Drake and linemen have to realize that they're not, if they're getting in free like that, there must be something wrong, and they probably should stop and try to get back into the play, at least to knock some of the blockers down. But Denos is in shotgun. Rolls to his right, fires to his right, and it is incomplete. Intended for Kevin Denos.
Pass intended to number 23. Incomplete.
So now we have a
And
second
that'll
and
bring up
10
second down.
with
Over
11
Rangers.
seconds left at the Methuen at the Drake at 12-yard line. So Methuen comes out. Denos in shotgun, looks over to his right, and it is complete to Brockenrader at the, goes down to the 5-yard line.
Pass complete to number 4, Bodenrader. Tackled, but there's a flag on the
Looks
play.
like a flag on the play. It could be a block on the back. The Drake and coaches are signaling. And here we are
Holding
over to
on
the right.
offense.
It looks like the holding call on the offense. And then moves the ball back with 5 seconds left in the
And we will
first quarter.
replay second down.
So it looks like Methuen is going to be trying for a field goal here. And it'll be a long field goal by high school standards. It'll be close to a 40-yard field goal. Kicking the field goal for Methuen is number 15, Jordan Perdomo. Drake should be playing his regular defense to watch out for a fake here, folks. It's a pretty long kick by high school standards, although they are using a tee. Drake is keeping his regular defense on the field. That's a good idea because they could slip out, see who they have out there. And as we know, 15 is a backup quarterback, so they have a backup quarterback on the field. They have Eduardo Guzman, who's a wide receiver, also a defensive back. So they do have people who could hurt you out there. So here we go, as Drake plays his regular defense. Ball down, kick is up, and the kick is short and to the right.
40-yard field goal.
And that will end the first half with the score, Methuen 28 and Drake at nothing.
Halftime score here at Beaudry Field.
So both bands will be entertaining us this
Rangers
afternoon,
from
folks.
Methuen,
As the Drake at High Band will be
Your Drake and Middies.
Drake at High Band will be
0.
under the auspices of Zach Cooper, the band director. So the score in the first half is Methuen Rangers 28 and the Drake at High Middies 0.
gentlemen, please welcome to the field your 2015 Methuen High School Marching Band, who will be playing music from The Legend of Zelda.
Once a year.
Let's give one more round of applause for the Methuen High School Marching Band. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field your Draken High School Marching Band under the direction of Zachary M. Cooper, presenting their 2015 show, Game On. The staff includes Assistant Band Director Lindsay Hendrick, Color Guard Director Chelsea Reese, Percussion Tech Dave Grant, Visual Writer Justin Mitnick, Drum Majors Allison Wright and John Urell, Color Guard Captains Allison Zarofsky and Madison Trapnier, Soloists Julian Noble, Andrew Collins, Daniel Gasik and John Urell. Ladies and gentlemen, 2015 Dragon High School Marching Band! One more big round of applause to your 2015 Dragon High School marching band.
The stat's going to be pretty bad looking, huh?
We have the winner of today's 50-50 raffle. It's a red ticket. Ticket number 496415.
Okay. Well, hello everybody. We're back from halftime. Happy Thanksgiving. It comes back with Methuen with a lead of 28-0 over Drake. We'll start going. We have a new feature here where we'll be going over some of the highlights of the half. And we'll show you some of the touchdown plays and some of the outstanding plays of the half. So Drake has a half to see what they can do and see if they can get this in the ball game and get in the ball game and make this competitive. There's been a highlight for me in this game. Well, here we have some highlights. We have a Methuen touchdown. Again, Methuen in shotgun. Denos drops the ball, fires down the field. And that is to number 23, his twin brother, Kevin Denos. And Kevin goes in for the it seems like those kids are track stars, and they're very well. And here's a nice highlight for Drake. It is number 31.
One more time, the winning 50-50 raffle number.
David Cho takes a play up the takes a kickoff in the middle field. Another Methuen touchdown. Number 22, McAndrew, who's been dominant all day. Who has 14 rushes for 128 yards, so that's pretty dominant. And there's a nice play for Drake running an option to the right for a first down. Another nice Drake play with Burgoyne over the right side, opened up by number 4, Terrio. Crowley back to pass, running to his left, gets out of bounds for a first down. Here's some nice plays during the half. Crowley again. Quick hitter up to Burgoyne, who fights his way for a nice 7-yard gain. So there were nice plays here by both teams, more by Methuen, to be honest with you folks. And again, here is McAndrew, who's over the right side, pounding his way for like a 12-yard gain. So those are the highlights of the first half as Methuen is set to kick off. Drake had won the toss and deferred. Now they get the ball in the second half. Kicking off is number 15, Jordan Perdomo, and he kicks the ball to number 31, David Choate. Choate goes over the left side, and again, a nice return for Drake. It brings the ball up to almost the 40-yard line. So Drake is in business with good field position.
Will take over, 1st and 10.
Drake, hopefully they made some adjustments at halftime and how to attack this Methuen team. Drake comes out. Crowley is in shotgun. Handoff inside to number 1. Zach Burgoyne, and Burgoyne goes for a nice goes for a 3-yard gain up to the 43-yard line. There'll be second down and about 7 for Drake. Crowley in shotgun. Hands the ball off to Burgoyne over the left side, and he is taken down, and the ball is stripped from him. Oh, they're calling it down. The officials are calling it down. The forward progress was stopped, and he gets a 1-yard gain up to about almost the 45-yard line. Burgoyne looks like he took a shot. A little injured. He's holding his hand. I think he needs to come out of the game. Yeah, they got Tick Burgoyne out of the game. The coach noticed that just like I did. So now Crowley back to pass, looking downfield, fires over to the right, and it skips and incomplete. Intended for number 23, Kyle Humphrey.
Crowley's pass, incomplete.
So now we have a 4th down for Drake.
4th down for the Middies.
Looks like they're going to go. Maybe they're going to go for it. Oh, no, they're counting them up, but they're going to be kicking here. As Drake punts the ball away to Methuen. Drake in punt formation. The punter is number 17, Jacob Enright. And Enright is running on a sweep, and he kicks the ball. And it's touchdown by number touchdown.
Down at the 22, and Methuen will take over.
Down to the 22 by number 2, Justin Gauthier. So Methuen takes over 1st and 10 from their own 22-yard line. So out comes Methuen, Denosa quarterback. McAndrews to his left in motion. Jet sweep to number 11, Eric Rosario. Drake at high defense, strings it out. And
by number 11, Eric Rosario taken down in the backfield.
Tackle by number 23, Kyle Humphrey. And here's a replay as Drake had strung that play out very well and gave Methuen a 3-yard loss. Nice job by Drake. So now we have a 2nd down and 13 from Methuen's 19-yard, from their own 19-yard line. Methuen in spread. Not quite a spread formation. It's almost like a power spread with that running back in. 11 is fakes the jet sweep, and Denosa's over to the left, and he keeps it over the way up to the 27-yard line for a pickup of about 8 yards. And that will leave a 3rd and about 4.5, 5 yards for the 1st down. Nice make-up play by Methuen. They didn't go for the whole thing. They just went to get out and get a reasonable distance for down and distance for 3rd down. So now Drake has an important down here. It's 3rd down and 5 for Methuen from their own 28-yard line. Denosa shotgun. Takes a snap, hands the ball off to McAndrew. McAndrew is stacked up by Drake. And we'll see. This will all depend on the spot, ladies and gentlemen.
Run up the middle. Stop for a short gain. That'll bring up 4th down for the Rangers.
It looks like we have a 4th and 1 for Methuen from Drake's 31-yard line. Methuen is looks like they're keeping their offense on the field. Maybe they draw Drake it off. Let's see if the cadence done by the quarterback to try to draw him, and they don't snap the ball. They do snap the ball. Hand off inside to McAndrews, and it looks like he has the 1st down. It's kind of a risky play by the by Methuen coaches, because Drake turns the ball over there. I mean, they have a short field and maybe get some momentum. So, but it looks like a risk that they were willing to take. Well, Denosa again brings them out, calls the play at the line of scrimmage. He's got McAndrew to his left. Hands the ball, keeps it as a keeper, and he is taken down for a short gain. Tackle
after a gain of 2, bring up 2nd down.
Tackle is by number 57.
Driver of a silver Toyota Corolla, please move
Not sure who that young man is. It's not on my roster, folks. He must have changed numbers.
Silver Toyota Corolla, please move your car.
So now we have a 2nd down and 8 from the Methuen 36-yard line. McAndrew in motion. Keeper by Denosa over the left side. And he is out of bounds after a gain of about 12, 13 yards for a 1st down.
Not after another Methuen 1st down.
So we have another Methuen first down, and now they're driving again, folks. And here comes a replay.
And once
It was a
again,
keeper.
we'll
They pulled the tackle.
silver Toyota Corolla.
Number
Please
61,
move
they
your
pulled him
car.
out in front and opened it up so Denos could get out there and get the first down. So now we have a first down for Methuen on their own 48-yard line. Denos under center. Snap gives it to his brother Kevin over the left side. As Drake closes. And Kevin goes out of bounds
And
after a gain of about 12 yards to the Drake at 40 for a first down.
enough for another Methuen first down.
Drake had that well defense, folks. It was just a missed tackle in the backfield. As Kevin Denos made a nice run. As his brother Kendrick is the quarterback. So Methuen comes out in their customary set with MacArthur off to the McAndrew. They keep calling him MacArthur off to the left, and a fake handoff, zone read, carried by Denos, and he gets into the Drake at secondary, and for a large gain of about 20 yards, down to the Drake at 12-yard line. Tackled by number 4, Derek Terrio, and number 21, Danny O'Connell, and here is a replay of that. Denos hands the ball off to the left side to 22 McAndrew, who is stopped on the play. Let's see who gets up off the bottom of that hit. That is by number 45. Number 45, Alan French.
Derek Terrio. It'll be second down for the Rangers.
Tackled by French and Derek Terrio. Terrio's all over the field today, folks. Boy, did they miss him when he was out for 6 weeks. Denos in shotgun. Fakes to McAndrew, takes it himself over the right side. It gets it down to the Drake at 10-yard line, so it'll be a 3rd and 2.
7 on the run. Decent gain on the play. That'll bring up 3rd down and 4 for the Rangers.
So we have 3 minutes and 39 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. As Methuen is driving the ball, there's a timeout on Methuen with the clock stopped at 3:32.
Taken by the offense. Ladies and gentlemen, Drake High School raffled off a Drake High School football Letterman jacket. We have 2 recipients of our raffle winner. One jacket was donated by the football program, another jacket donated by the Lauren family over at Drake Threads. Your 2 winners of your Drake High School Letterman football jackets are Alan French and Jared O'Connell.
Direct snap to McAndrews, who throws it to the end zone to Ramirez, incomplete.
Number 44, incomplete, broken up.
Folks, it's funny. I was watching a football. Here's the replay as McAndrews takes it, runs it up before he gets over the line of scrimmage, dumps it off to the tight end, number 44. That play was running a movie I just saw when it was a game. It was about the high school program out in California that had like a 150-game winning streak. And they ran that play, the other team, and it was defense the same way. Again, hand the ball to McAndrew, who dives over the pile, and it looks like he has a first down from where the linesmen come in. So now we have a 1st and goal from roughly the 5-yard line.
First down. That'll
Methuen.
bring up 1st and goal.
This is almost like a single wing offense for Methuen here, where they have their running back lined up in shotgun, and he's got almost 8 blockers to the right side. Again, snap, and he goes straight through the line and bulldozes his way to the 1-yard line. So it will be a 2nd down and goal from the 1.
Handoff, short gain. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 2.
This is throwback football, folks. We're in single wing offense. This is great. So here we go. We have McAndrew fumbles the ball and actually has it between his legs, although he got it back. So now we're going to have a 3rd a third down from the 1 yard line. Drake has
Fumble on the
a
play.
goal line stand here coming.
Methuen's on it. No gain, third down.
Be very careful here, Drake. They don't run the ball to the right and then have a trap and cut back to the left. Although it looks like they're bringing their quarterback back in the game and they're going to go more conventional here. I think that that fumble by McAndrews had the coach saying, maybe I'll get. No, they didn't bring the. They didn't. They brought the nose in the game. And he split out. And he split out as a wide receiver right. So they're in that same formation the other way. Looks like movement on the line for Methuen on the snap. So it'll be a third and goal from the 6 or 7 yard line.
Start on the offense.
Boy, it hasn't looked that smooth right here now from Methuen. So we'll see where.
That'll back him up. It'll remain third down.
What they're going to do here. So it's going to be third down and goal from the 6 yard line.
Hey, hello up there. Hey, you going to plug the trophy? You have it all day. You know, it's a good thing to do. All right? Thank you.
Again, they went in that single wing formation. McAndrews plowed away into the line, so we're going to have a 4th and 2 for Methuen after a 4 yard gain down to the Drake at 2 yard line.
Short gain. That'll bring up 4th and goal for Methuen.
So we have a timeout on Drake for Drake.
By the defense.
And folks, stay with us after the game for the presentation of Methuen JC's Memorial Trophy, which will take place on the field at the end of today's 53rd anniversary game. JC's past president, Dan Dodson, will present the trophy to the winning team. The series now stands Drake at 26 wins, Methuen 23 wins, and there's been 3 ties. So stay tuned for that, and as we get to the end of the game, because right now we're approaching the end of the third quarter. With 1 minute and 17 seconds left in the third, and the fourth quarter will probably go pretty quick again. Now we have another timeout. Methuen calls the timeout.
I took first and out last time. Me and I went out together, and I came first and out that way. We had a great time. We had an awesome time. I want to take her out once a month.
And the timeout is called by the offense.
And a touchdown by Methuen, pass to number 44.
Complete.
To number 44, Nick Ramirez.
For another Methuen touchdown.
And here comes the replay, faking the line, pass over the middle, complete to Ramirez, as Carter from Drake got there a little bit late, but Methuen does a smart play call. They showed that same power set, and they, instead of running it into the line, they stopped and hit it. They tried that play with a second down play earlier in the possession. So on to kick the extra point is number 15, Jordan Perdomo. Ball is snapped, ball is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. So we head upfield with 1 minute and 9 seconds left in the third quarter. It's Methuen Rangers 35, Drake at Midi 0.
Methuen 35, Drake at 0.
So Methuen will be kicking off. On your TV from left to right. Oh, sorry. Kickoff by number 15, Perdomo, who's been pretty consistent with his extra points. He tried one long kick of 40 yards that was a little short, but that's a tough field goal to make if you're a high school player. He's also a backup quarterback here, just to, set the stage for any type of fake kicks. Although I don't think Methuen's at that stage right now with a 35-0 lead. And the kick is off, and is taken by number 31, David Cho. Cho breaks it up to almost up to midfield again. best.
Kickoff return by number 31, David Choate.
One of
Out to about the 45.
one of the
And
lost
Minis will take
areas
over.
of yardage in games
First and
is
10.
on special teams, and Draken has excelled at that, by getting the ball into good offensive zones a lot of the year. And they've been very good at that. The special teams have been very good. So now it's coming down to it, folks, where a lot of the seniors for both teams will be looking at each other during the game and know that this is the last time they will line up on a football field with friends of theirs they've been playing with since they were in Pop Warner. So again, it's going to be a very emotional time for some of these players at the end of the game. Crowley hands off to number 28.
And off to number
Stephen
28,
Pelletier.
Steve Pelletier.
Pelletier gets a 1-yard gain, hit pretty
Short gain
good.
on the play. It'll bring up second down.
Down to the up to the Drake at 47-yard line with a 2nd down and 9. Crowley in shotgun, flanked by 2 backs to his right and his left, offset right and left. Crowley hands off to Pelletier, going over the right. Pelletier cuts it upfield, and he runs it all the way down to the 21-yard line.
By number 28, Stephen Pelletier.
Nice run by Pelletier.
But there's a flag on the play.
There's a flag on the play, a hold on
Holding
Drake.
on
Here's
the
that run by
offense.
Pelletier. He goes over the right side, shows plenty of speed getting around the corner, running down the field, but it's being called back for a holding call on Drake. So now we have Drake at a 2nd down and 15 yards to go, with Crowley with offset right and left running backs. Crowley in shotgun, takes a snap, keeps it himself, and is spun down.
Crowley and the keeper taken down in the backfield
Taken out in the backfield by Marcus Thompson of
by
Methuen.
number 57, Marcus Thompson.
Marcus didn't fall for the ball fake.
And that will be the end of the third quarter.
So
here
that
at
ends the
Beaudry
third
Field. Your
quarter
score
with the
after
score.
3.
Methuen 35 and Drake at nothing.
Methuen 35, Drake it 0. I'd like to take a moment here to give a shout out to your Drake It High School cheerleaders who this past week captured their 7th state championship. Congratulations to the Drake It High School
As
cheerleaders.
maybe you heard on our broadcast, the public play announcer is letting everybody know that the Drake High cheerleaders won their 7th state championship this past weekend. Congratulations to the members of that team. And as Drake has had dominant cheering squads, as you know, all the way up from Pop Warner, all the way up through the high school team. So again, we congratulate the Drake High cheerleaders on a great accomplishment and wish them well as they move into the next season. So now we have Drake as they come out for the start of the 4th quarter. The ball is at their own 35-yard line. They have a 3rd down and 21 yards to go for the 1st down. So now they're in spread formation. Crowley's in shotgun. Back to pass, fires out to his right, and that play didn't go anywhere. He's complete
to number 1, Zach
Burgoyne
in the backfield.
for a loss of
And that will bring
about
up
6 yards.
4th down for the Middies.
So we have a 4th down for Drake at their own 29-yard line. And Drake will be punting. Enright will be doing the punting for Drake. Snap, Enright, and he drives the ball out of there. Nice punt. And a nice, again, great special teams play by Drake and High. Taken by number 4, Michael Boderader.
By number 18, Stephen Lopez.
Tackled by number 18,
and
Lopez.
Methuen will take over. 1st and 10.
Again, Drake and special teams have been shining all season. Has put them in advantageous field positions. So now we have Methuen with the ball at their own 30-yard line. Again, now we're coming down to the last plays of the game, folks, where hopefully all the seniors get to play and as they go off, with great high school football memories. So Denos in shotgun. Jet sweep to number 11. Rosario is taken down.
Number 11 taken down by number 21, Danny O'Connell.
Taken
And
down
number
by
2, Justin Gauthier.
Taken down by number 2, Gauthier.
That'll bring up second down for the Rangers.
So now we have second down and 10. I mean, Methuen's run that play a few times today, and Drake has strung it out pretty well. And it looks like they're running it very slow. They're coming in motion. They're not flying through at top speed, which you should be when you do that jet speed. He should be coming across at top speed. So now we've changed a quarterback. Our quarterback is the field goal kicker, number 15. Jordan Perdomo.
By number 57. And that'll bring up third down for the Rangers.
So now we have a third down and about 4 for Methuen with Perdomo at quarterback. We still have McAndrew in the game, lined up offset right. Probably carried the ball most of the day for Methuen. Now they give the ball to number 22. McAndrew, he's driven out of bounds after a loss of about 4 yards.
By number 22, pushed out of bounds.
So we have a fourth down. Looks like Methuen will have their first punt of the day.
And that will bring up fourth down for the Rangers.
So Drake's defense held. So we have a 4th and 9 from Methuen. Looks like punting for Methuen will be number 4, Michael Bodenrader. Back deep for Drake receiving. You see his number. Oh, when he turns, I'll see his number. And the snap. And the punt is straight up in the air. And it looks like a flag. It looks like a roughing the kicker call on Drake. Maybe running into the kicker. No, not a personal foul, running in. So it'll still be about 4th. I don't believe it becomes a first down. It's a 5-yard penalty. So it'll be 4th and 4 for Methuen, so they may be punting over. Tough call. I mean, the ball went straight up. I wonder if it was tipped or... And here comes a replay. And there's a bad snap, so Bodenrake had to wait for it, and he was definitely run into, and he was run into by number 21, Danny O'Connell. O'Connell was going for the ball and missed the ball and ran into the kicker. The kicker wasn't hit very hard. So what they'll do is they'll mark off the 5 yards, and Methuen will have a 4th down, and they're still in punt formation.
Running into the kicker was the call.
So they're marking the ball back? No. I was wondering where the official was going. There he goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. So it's still a 4th down and 4.
And after the penalty, it will be 4th and 4 for Methuen.
Well, the Methuen long snapper hasn't made this long snap for the whole game, so maybe he's a little rusty on that play. And there it is. It's better. And it's off to the right. A short kick. Bouncing around at the 46-yard line of Drake. Back to receive the punt for Drake was Lackmany. So
and Drake will take over 1st and 10.
So Drake takes over 1st and 10 from his own 47-yard line. We have 7 minutes and 33 seconds left of the season, folks, as Drake gets the ball close to midfield in good field position. As I said all along, Drake's special teams have been giving them good field position the whole year. So this is no surprise. Crowley brings the offense back out. Crowley back to pass, looking downfield. In comes a blitz. Odiana, incomplete.
Crowley's pass over the middle, incomplete. Intended for number 6, Michael Odiana.
So Drake now will have a 2nd and 10 from its own 47. Here comes a replay, folks. Back to pass. Crowley fires down the middle and just out of the reach of Odiana. Nice play on all ends. It was well defensed, well thrown ball. Crowley in shotgun, back to pass. Looking out to the right. Fires down the middle of the field, and it is incomplete.
Crowley's pass down.
We'll have a 3rd down and 10 for Drake.
Intended again for number 6, Michael Odiana.
As we were 3rd and 10, back out in the field is Drake. It is number 28, Stephen Pelletier. He had a nice run on a previous play. I could see Pelletier getting the ball here on some type of draw or trap play, but we'll see. Crowley back in shotgun. Pelletier to his left. Snap, and back to pass. Crowley flush out to his right. Fires down the field, and is intercepted. He's intercepted by number 11.
Crowley's pass is intercepted
Eric Rosario.
by number 11, Eric Rosario.
Rosario made a nice play on the ball.
And Methuen will take over after the
So
interception.
here's the
First
replay.
and 10.
As you see, Crowley's looking
From the
downfield,
33.
gets flushed out by the rush. He's on the run. Fires down the field. Rosario reading it all the way. Stepped in front of number 4, Terrio, for the nice interception. Well played defensive play by Methuen Rangers. So now Methuen has the ball on their own 38-yard line with 6 minutes 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter of the season. Methuen is starting to sub in players. Quarterback is number 15, Perdomo. Hands the ball off and is tackled by a gang of Drake.
And off the middle.
And the handoff was to number 5.
Stops after a gain of
Joe
6. That'll bring up
Hutnick.
2nd down and 4 for the Rangers.
Check that. That'd be number 9, Peter Kawaki. So now we have that was for a gain of 7 yards. So we have a 2nd down and 3 from the Methuen 40-yard line. Methuen moving right to left. Wakiale goes down the sideline. 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown for Peter Kawayaki.
And off to number 9, Peter Kawaki.
Peter Kawaki on the touchdown.
He go all the way for another Methuen
A
touchdown.
60-yard run, which makes the score Methuen 41, Drake at 0. And here's the replay. Kawaki takes the ball over the right side, cuts it up, shakes a tackler, and he was gone. He outran the whole Drake secondary into the end zone for a 60-yard run. Nice run by the young man. So on to try the extra point is the quarterback now, number 15, Jordan Perdomo. Snap, ball down, kick is up, and the kick is
And the extra
good.
point is up. And it's good.
And there's a penalty on the play. It could have been
Flag
running
on
into the
the
kicker.
play.
The referee, running into the kicker on Drake. Penalty
Running
is
into the
declined. The
kicker
kick is
on the
good.
defense.
So the score,
Penalty is
with
declined.
5 minutes and 18 seconds left of the
Kick is
season,
good.
is
And your
Methuen
score,
Rangers 42, Drake at
with
0.
5 minutes and 18 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Methuen 42, Drake it 0.
So kicking off from Methuen will be number 15, Jordan Pernovo, their backup quarterback. Ball is kicked. Lackney with the ball, comes up to the right. Breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, and is down at the break at 47-yard line.
Zach Lackney brings it out to almost midfield.
And there's a penalty mark on the play. It looks like personal foul. Face mask on Methuen. So we'll get a 15-yard penalty from there. So Draker will have the ball at the Methuen 38-yard line.
Personal foul, face mask on Methuen.
So a face mask can call on Methuen, brings the ball down to the Drake. Brings the ball down, to the Methuen after that nice run. Down to the Methuen 37-yard line. So Drake has a 1st and 10
from the 36.
From their best field position to start a drive of the day. In a quarterback for Drake is number 20, Cam McCullough. McCullough's in shotgun. Back to pass. McCullough picks up the ball and gets, after dropping the snap,
number 20, Cam McCullough on the
gets a 2-yard gain in the play.
Short gain in the play. We'll bring up 2nd down.
So we have a 2nd down and 7 from the Methuen 34-yard line. McCullough brings the offense out. In shotgun, snap to McCullough. Hands the ball off to number 45.
And off to number 45, Alan French.
Alan French with a nice 8-yard gain. Rodriguez now has a 3rd down and 2 from Methuen's 29-yard line. I believe we're in 4-down territory with 3 minutes and 50 seconds left in the season. And it appears that there's substitutes in for both teams at this point in the game. So McCullough calling signals. Snap. Double reverse. And a fumble. And is Methuen have it? Looks like it's out of bounds. Looks like it's
out of bounds. Drake it will retain
and it stays
possession.
Drake at ball, and it looks like a 1st down. And here comes the replay on that. Drake ran a reverse here. Ball snapped to McCullough, handed to French, who handed the ball off to number 30, Lackney.
Result of the play is a 1st down.
The ball was fumbled out of bounds. The result of that play is a 1st down. We'll take it. At this point in the season, we'll take it. So McCullough is under, again, in shotgun. French to his right. Snap to McCullough. Keeps it himself, goes up the middle. And has himself a nice 5-yard gain down to the 20-yard line. McCullough the keeper with Drake with
5 in the play. It'll be 2nd and 5 for the Middies.
2nd and 5 with 2 minutes and 18 seconds left in the game as Drake comes out. McCullough in shotgun. Snap. Hands the ball to Alan French on the right side. French breaks a tackle and goes out of bounds at the 2-yard line with a nice run by Alan French
Number 45,
for a Drake at
Alan
1st
French
and goal.
Powers down just short of the goal line. It'll be 1st and goal for the Middies.
1st and goal for Drake at the 2-yard line. Snap to McCullough, takes it up the middle and is met and fumbles, but I think he gets it back. And he's down at about the 1-foot line. So we'll have a 2nd down with 1 minute and 35 seconds left in the game. With the clock running. So here we go. Drake at first and goal at the I'd say the 1 foot line. This is where I like to see them go into center and just sneak it. There's a hole to the right and the ball is given to French going wide left, and he's spun down.
Hand off to number 45, Alan French.
Perdomo for like a 6-yard loss.
It'll be 3rd and goal.
And Drake calls timeout with 43 seconds left in the game.
Timeout is called by the offense.
You know, folks, I've resisted from criticizing the whole year, but in that circumstance, why you wouldn't go under center when you've got 1 foot to go and just get under, go right behind your center and drive it into the end zone is beyond me. But I understand there's a system in place, but still. So here we go. Drake at 3rd down on the 6-yard line. McCullough in shotgun. Snap to McCullough. Goes out to the right, cuts it back up the middle, and he is down at about the 5-yard line with really no gain in the play. So we have 33 seconds left in the game. Now we're counting down to 30 with Drake with a timeout with 31 seconds left in the season.
4th and goal for the Middies.
With 4th and goal for Drake.
The offense calls a timeout.
So what play did we call here, folks? Do you throw the ball here? Do you run? I would think you might throw the ball. You might try to quick slant or something along to a wide receiver coming across the middle. Methuen has actually had trouble covering that today. They've made some plays on the ball, but not on those quick hitting crossing patterns. So folks, stay tuned after the broadcast for the presentation of the Methuen JC's Memorial Trophy, which will be presented to Methuen High School for the winner of this game. Back to pass, McCullough fires to the end zone, and it is caught for a touchdown.
McCullough's pass complete to number 24, Nick Carter for the touchdown.
Nick Carter for a touchdown. Drake, nice play. They don't get shut out today.
McCullough to Carter on the 5-yard touchdown pass.
So with 22 seconds left in the game, the score is Methuen 42, Drake at 6. Five-yard touchdown pass to Nick Carter. Again, stay with us after the game for the presentation of the trophy, the JC's trophy from the. Drake it going for 2 here. Oh, they took it from center. They snapped it, and French goes. Oh, and he gets stopped. I love that play.
Correct snap to number 45, Alan French.
I love that play. Nice try by Drake. Now the score with 22 seconds left is Methuen 42, Drake at 6. As we head upfield for the final.
That will be the ball game, ladies and
that will be the ball game.
Score here from Beaudry Field.
The final score is Methuen 42
Methuen Rangers 42.
and Drake at 6.
Your Drake at Middies 6.
And stand by, folks, for the presentation of the trophy to the Methuen head coach. And the Methuen head coach the Methuen coach will accept the trophy at the middle of the field as the players congratulate each other for a season.
For coming out to Beaudry Field this morning. I'd like to wish everybody a safe and happy Thanksgiving holiday.
I'd like to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see you next year in September for Drake High School football. Hopefully I'll be, they'll let me call some more games. So thank you, folks, and goodbye. As here comes the trophy to present to Methuen High School.
Chris, I'll see you over there.